What's up, guys? Welcome to your rapid fire recap for today in esports. We had a wild weekend and we're bringing you the biggest headlines and the biggest upsets from over the weekend. CoD is already rewriting history, so let's jump in. The Call of Duty League Championship has redefined the term underdog this weekend, seeing teams like Atlanta FaZe and LA Thieves get early departures from their major event. But it would also see teams like Optic Texas, who has a great roster, but teams like Boston Breach as well, who were dark horses for this tournament. They went all the way to the winners finals. You would also see teams like Vancouver Surge, who would make a great lower bracket run, beating teams like Ultra and Miami Heretics, and they would face off against Optic Texas in the grand final. This would set up our grand finals where Optic Texas would end up victorious and they would lift the trophy in a 5-3 fashion. Mercules, the rookie, he would lift the MVP trophy, and it was a great performance all around. They are now back-to-back Call of Duty champions. This is the first time this has ever been done in Call of Duty, so congratulations to them. But they weren't the only ones trailblazing this weekend. Call of Duty as a whole, the esport, has a new record for its peak viewership. So great to see the esport thriving, especially in the weekend of champs. Great event. Switching over to League of Legends, MSI 2025 is in full swing. Over the weekend, BLG would be the dominant team during the play-in stage, as they would 3-0 both teams in their first two matches. They immediately secured their spot into the main stage. G2 Esports, however, would have some interesting matches, and they would face off against GAM Esports in the final match of the weekend to decide who would be the team to join BLG in the main stage. G2 would win Game 5 in crazy fashion to end up being the second representative from the play-ins joining main stage. Shifting gears over into Counter-Strike now, we have a little bit of news from the Austin Major. They have officially released their EVPs and All-Star team. Rounding out this team, we have 3 members from Vitality. That will be Apex, Rops, and Zywoo. And then to finish out the team, we have Spirit's Donk and Furia's Yuri as well. The Austin Major, Zywoo saw MVP. This is his 7th MVP in a row, so just showing Vitality's dominance over CS through this early start of the year. For more details, you can head over to HLTV to get all that information. In some organizational news, Sentinels has recently announced they may be expanding into some more esports. Obviously, we know Sentinels from their massive success in Valorant from the NA scene, and also success that we've seen on an international stage. They have now announced that they might dabble into Counter-Strike. By the year of 2026 or 2027, they would like to have a team. They've also mentioned that they could possibly be interested in a guest spot for League of Legends, but we'll have to stay tuned. Hopefully they can bring some championships home to NA and some other esports. Sticking to Riot news, they have just made significant policy changes for their esports in League of Legends and Valorant. Teams will now be allowed to accept betting sponsorships as part of their organizational structure. This aims to create better revenue opportunities for teams, and there will be a strict vetting process in place to make sure nothing happens bad behind the scenes. As we know, there's already been some gambling controversies within Riot, so we'll have to keep a close eye at how this is implemented. And that's all we had today from your rapid fire update for today in esports. From major swings in Call of Duty to major organizational shifts in other esports, make sure to always stay up to date with your latest competitive gaming news with us. Thanks for watching.